Hi everyone, I am Ciara Raguindin from Notre Dame of Tacarong College. I am second year student and today I will be sharing to you research application in nursing informatics. So first, lesson 1 is computer use in nursing research. I will be reading to you the introduction of this topic. Nursing research involves a plethora of tools and resources that researchers employ throughout the research process. From the individual or collaborative project initiation, through refinement of idea, selection of approaches, development of methods, capturing the data, analyzing the results, and disseminating the findings, computer applications are an indispensable resource for the researcher. In addition to the traditional approaches of the scientific methods, researchers today have a new avenue to explore in the development of knowledge, new opportunities to mine existing data for evaluation and discovery, are forming a bridge between the process of conducting research and products of discovery. So, quantitative or qualitative methodology. Quantitative research is derived from the philosophical orientation of empiricism and logical positivism with multiple steps bound together by a precision and quantification, according to Paulette and Beck 2011. So the requirement of hypothesis-driven or numerically descriptive approach are logical consequences of or correspond to a specific theory and related tenets, while qualitative approaches offers different research traditions. Example, phenomenology, hermeneutics, ethnography, and grounded theory, to name a few, so that share a common view of reality, which consists of meaning ascribed to the data such as a person's life experiences according to Croswell 2012. Research problem, purpose, main question, or hypothesis. So the internet and electronic research database provide the access to a large portion of existing quantitative and qualitative literature. So when you do your research paper, you will choose the methods you will use. So what if that is a qualitative research, quantitative research, or combined methods. So the hypothesis is the tentative statement about the relationship between two or more variables. It is specific. This is a testable prediction about what you expect happen in your studies. So by collecting or in order to form a hypothesis, you should always take the steps. Number one, collect as many observations about a topic or problem as you can. Evaluate this observation and look for a possible causes of problems. Create a list of possible explanations that you might want to explore, and after you have developed some possible hypotheses, think of ways that you could confirm or disprove each hypothesis through experimentation. So, example your research title, effect of lacking of sleep while studying of the students. So your hypothesis will be like this: a student who sleep more will decrease the stress than the student who are sleepless. Another is student who eat breakfast will perform better on a math exam than the student who do not eat breakfast. So hypothesis is the testable prediction about what you expect to happen in a study. Literature review. The literature review phase of the research process is also facilitated by this initial search, since a large amount of full-text research papers and articles are available through this electronic research database. Access through this database is usually achieved through academic and health organization or through personal or group subscription. So example includes the CIN AHL, the Academic Search Premier, the EBSCO, Midline, PsychoInfo, and GSTOR. So, these examples are found in our electronic sources. So, this is very relevant in nursing database by doing our RRL. So, the purpose of literature review is to convey the reader previous knowledge and fact established on topic and their strengths and weaknesses. And the literature reviews allow the reader to be updated with the state of research in a film of any contradiction that may exist with challenges finding of other research studies. It also helps to develop the research, investigate tools, and to improve research methodologies. It also provides knowledge about the problem faced by the previous researchers while studying the same topic. So, very helpful. This site is very helpful in our future research because it can give us the idea or it can give us a clue making our RRL in the future. Conceptual framework is a visual display software can be used to create a visual representation in the form of conceptual maps, flowcharts, or visual models of the research conceptual framework. So either qualitative or quantitative. The use of conceptual framework is to outline the possible courses of action or to present a prepared approach to the idea. So this is to help accomplish three results like to visually represent the main concept and sub-concept, to organize and guide the research process planning, to visually explain the research proposal to reviewers and funding agencies, and to illustrate the conceptual framework that emerged from the data, especially in the quantitative research. By using the electronic devices, you can use your or you can do your own conceptual framework. You can design your own conceptual framework whatever you want. So you can do your unique conceptual maps, unique flowchart to visualize your topic research to your readers. Research design. Computer programs, new technology in the internet can be used both to facilitate research design planning and data collection, as well as provide the context for our research studies. Word processing, spreadsheet, database programs can be all applied to plan a studies. What is the example of research processing in the electronic devices and the application like Microsoft Word, spreadsheet, Microsoft Excel? So there are also a lot of application you can be used doing your research design in the source of electronic devices. So sample type description selection. So random sampling, cryptographically secure random numbers generator can be used to generate true random number selection to facilitate an unbiased random sample selection for experimental and quasi-experimental studies. And next is research instrument in data collection. So what is this research instrument in data collection? So computer programs, the internet, and the other technologies can be also used both create and or implement a research instrument in both quantitative and qualitative research. So surveys, emailed or online surveys can be mounted online using web forms or other software so that participants can be complete them and send them to the researcher instantly. Example, these are the Google form, Google questionnaires, mostly ginagamit ng mga researchers to, especially these days, no face-to-face and we are using online platforms. So, the researchers, gagawa siya ng questionnaire, gagamitin niya yung Google survey na yon or Google form, then isisend niya ito sa group of his or her respondent. So, example, gagawa siya ng announce siya doon na please sagutan nyo itong research questions ko sa inyo. Then, after nasagutan na ng research ng mga respondents yung questions, automatically matatanggap na ng researcher yung questions na sinagutan nila. So, yung emailed naman, gagawa yung researchers or hihingi siya ng ng email address sa kanyang mga respondents. Then, isa-isa sila or individually, sasend niya yung email questionnaires niya sa kanyang respondent. After sagutan ng respondents, yung question na yon, then ibabak nila yon sa researchers na meron ng sagot. So that is the help of email and web forms using research instruments. So another is this is often elicit much higher return rate than mailed out surveys. So yung mailed out surveys, like example, I have these questionnaires. So, i-mail out ko pa siya dun sa respondent ko. So, matatagalan bago ko makukuha yung question ng aking respondent kasi nga mailed out. So, meron pa dyang situation na baka hindi ko na matanggap yung answers ng aking respondent. So, mahirap, 'di ba? Software can also be used to create a surveys that are complete in person or printed or mail. So, halimbawa, magta-type ako ng questionnaire ko. Then, ipiprint out ko ito. Then, pupunta ako sa group of people. Napipiliin ko sila like respondents. Then, sasagutan nila yung aking questionnaires. Then, after nila sagot, kukunin ko yung aking questionnaire. So, that will be the printed or formal. Interviews. The use of computers to facilitate interviews is becoming quite common through the use of chat rooms, forums like settings, talking, computer that use flash-based narratives-led interviews, and web video recorded sessions. So the researcher find this type of interviews very suitable when exploring sensitive issues such as violence, sexual behaviors, maltreatment, and interpersonal interaction. So, this is also becoming common today because we are using internet platforms. So, we use Zoom or Google Meet or any types of video chat, messenger chat, anything, Telegram, Viber. So, example, in Zoom, I have invited as group of my respondents. Then, doon kami mag-uusap. Doon ko sila interviewin. So, example, I need to record their answer. So, hindi ko sila makasama ngayon. So, I need to contact them through internet. I need to contact them to use Zoom, to attend my Zoom meeting and to interview them para makakuha ako ng answer for my research paper. Next is legal and ethical considerations. So, this is very common in the questionnaires, right? Informed consent. All researchers or research, including computer-assisted or focused research, must be include the means to provide enough information to research participants to agree to give informed consent before being involved in the studies. So, tayo, na mga researcher, hindi tayo basta-basta na, ikaw, need mo to sagutan, research question ko yan, need ko yan para sa study ko. So, hindi. So, before giving our research questions, lalagay tayo ng informed consent sa taas ng ating research question. So, mapa-actual man yan or mapa-computer-based questions, lalagay tayo ng informed consent kasi hindi natin mapipilit yung respondent natin if ever na ayaw niyang sagutin yung ating research questions. So, the actual consent form can be created on a computer using a word processing program. It can be also be included as a downloadable file through email or internet. Next is confidentiality and data security. A key consideration of all research studies is the issue of participant confidentiality and security of all collected data, both democratic and study-related. So, before that, sa informed consent, explain natin kung saan ba patungkol yung topic natin na sasagutan ng ating respondent. And sa confidentiality naman, kailangan yung sagot nila is atin lang at hindi na sa atin lang ng mga researchers at we don't need na pagsabi yun sa iba na malalaman ng iba. So, pag ilalagay natin sa research papers natin, halimbawa lalagay natin 20 people said agree, then 50 people disagree. Search questionnaires na may nakalagay doon na name, but this is optional because the respondents have the right if they want to place their name or if they don't want. So, confidentiality in data security. When computers are used to collect data, this issue become even more critical since potential illegal access to the information become more likely. Data analysis methods. So, one of the most profound influences that technology has had on research is in data analysis application. Literally, hundreds of hours can be saved by using the appropriate nursing or analysis software in both qualitative and quantitative research. More rigorous testing can be achieved plus a huge reduction in analysis error. This mean of data analysis methods. So, pipili talaga tayo sa ating electronic devices ng ating uh, application na compatible para sa ating gagamiting data analysis methods. Halimbawa, in statistics, so if we are confident in using a Microsoft Excel to provide the appropriate for our data analysis, then we use the um, Excel, Microsoft Excel for our data analysis method. Discussion of findings, recommendation, implication, limitations, and summary. So first, I will be reading to you the meaning or the purpose of the discussion. So the discussion in research paper, this is to interpret and describe the significance of your findings in light of what was already known about the research problem being investigated and to explain any new understanding or fresh insight about the problem after you've taken the findings into considerations. The recommendation naman is based on the result of your research and indicate the specific measures or direction that can be taken. Therefore, the implications signify the impact of your research and recommendation might be concrete steps or action that research purposes. Then, the limitations is refers to the shortcomings of the studies, the things you believe the research lack or ways which would you could have ever been better. So, the research summaries is the paper designed to provide a brief overviews of a given studies, typically an article from a peer-reviewed academic journal. So, all of this is using electronic sources, electronic device, like the word processing software like Microsoft Office or an open source software. OpenOffice can be used to create a text document, spreadsheet, tables, graphs, and charts, as well as the PowerPoint presentation for preparing tables and visual displays for a research studies findings. So, ito yung mga makontribute niya or ito yung may tutulong ng nursing informatics sa paggawa ng discussion of findings, recommendation, implication, limitation, and summary sa ating research papers. Budget is the important part of any research proposal is an accurate and easy to follow budget, especially when the researcher is seeking for funding. So various spreadsheet software can help with this, including the spreadsheet available in OpenOffice or Microsoft Excel that comes with Microsoft Office. So by doing our research paper, so yung iba we need talaga expensive, kinakailangan yung mga license application that you need to pay para magamit mo yung specific or yung application na yun. So, meron naman tayong Microsoft Excel na maaari nating gamitin. Meron din siyang free na part doon na pwede nating gamitin para sa paggawa ng ating research studies. So, a budget software such as Quicken can also be useful for the part of research project. We need also as a researcher to find the application or to find a website that is licensed, that is kailangan natin siya magbayad for para doon. So, if we want our research paper to be budgetable, napakarami naman dyang application and website na free, which is malaki yung maitutulong nila sa atin ng mga researchers para paggawa or para makagawa tayo ng maganda, accurate na research paper. So, napakaraming sources or application sa electronic devices or sa internet. Reference and bibliography. Research often use the style of database software to help them to organize the reference resources, and to format the reference and bibliography list correctly using the common citation style such as APA or Chicago style. So, we need these references para na hindi tayo kasuhan ng plagiarism. After this is important in our RRL. Kailangan talaga natin siyang lagyan ng sources kung saan galing yun na website. So, para maging organized at maganda tignan, kailangan natin siya ng citation na formal. So, APA or Chicago. How to cite a research paper in a APA format. So, when a book, pag sa book natin kinuha yung ating source, kailangan na ang paglagay natin ng reference is, first is the author, comma, and initial name A tuldok, then year of publication, tuldok, the title of the work, tuldok, publisher city, quit, then state, colon, then publisher. Example, Fanny J, 1970, Time and Again, New York, NY, Simon and Schuster. Newspaper, sa author, then initials, then year, month, date of publication, article title, tuldok, magazine title, comma, page, XX. So, example, Rosenberg G. 1997, March 31, an electronic discovery proves an effective legal weapon, the New York Times. So, page D5. Then, pag sa website naman natin kinuha yung ating source, so author, then initials, then year, month, date of publication, article title, retrieved from URL. Example, Simon B. 2015, January 9. The Tale of Two Flacos, retrieved from link. So, kapag iba-iba yung sources, iba-iba din yung pag-cite ng APA style. For the Chicago style naman, pag sa book natin kinuha yung ating source, last name, then first name, then title of book, publisher city, publisher name, year published. So example, Brown Dan, The Da Vinci Code, New York, then Scholastic 2004. And kapag sa website naman natin kinuha yung ating source, last name, first name, page title, website title, web address, retrieve date, access. So example, Smith John, Obama inaugurated as president, then leak, access February 1, 2009. The summary of my topic is, this chapter has reviewed two research paradigms in the philosophical orientation, quantitative and qualitative methods. The specified different underlying approach to research and the use of computers in various stages of the research processes. Over the past 10 years, internet applications have been introduced into practice and tested a variety of clinical trials aimed to improve conditions for patients. A variety of computer applications are available via commercialized package that serve the nurse's researcher in conducting research. With the advancement in application development and delivered wirelessly and the wide using smaller devices such as smartphone technologies, the potential for innovation and research on health abounds. Conclude that the design, implementation, and evaluation of nursing technologies shows promise in nursing efficiencies that affect the patient safely and healthcare costs, the two driving forces of policies that shape healthcare.
Lesson 2: Computerized Information Resources. Computerized information resources are electronic resources that are easily available and accessible and can assist nurses in maintaining and enhancing their professional practice, and these resources aid in keeping current with the published literature and developing a list of sources for practice, research, and education, and in collaborating with colleges. So, these computerized information resources nagbibigay ng impormasyon sa ating mga healthcare professionals at madali ito na-access dahil madali lamang siyang gamitin at ito ay isang elektronikong pinagkukunan ng mga impormasyon na nakakatulong upang mapadali ang ating gawain at hanapin ang mga impormasyon na ating kinakailangan or ating kailangan sa isang hospital or facilities.
Types of computerized information resources. First is essential computerized resources. Those resources that are vital and necessary to the practitioner to accomplish the specific goal. Example, bibliographic retrieval systems such as Midline or the SINA-HL database, current awareness or review services, and may be accessible in various formats, CD-ROMs, Internet, or World Wide Web. Essential computerized resources. It is the main point ng isang topic na makikita sa isang website na ginagamit ng practitioner to achieve their goals or specific goals. Supportive computerized resources. Those that are helpful and interesting and supply good information but are not necessarily essential for professional practice. Includes document delivery services, electronic publishers, and meta-sites on World Wide Web. In supportive computerized resources, ito naman yung resources na helpful and interesting pero hindi applicable for or essential for practitioners. Supportive computerized resources, ito yung kumbaga for backup lang siya.
Maintaining currency with the published literature. When using resources, check that the resources cover the required specialty or field, the primary journals and peripheral material in the field are included, the resources is updated regularly and is current, the resource covers the appropriate period, the resources covers material published in different countries and languages, and lastly, there is some form of peer review, reference checking, or other means of evaluation.
Bibliographic retrieval systems. Database allows the nurse to retrieve a list of citations containing bibliographic details of the material indexed, subjects headings, and author abstracts. Most bibliographic retrieval systems have controlled vocabulary, also known as a thesaurus or subject heading list, to make electronic subject research much easier. Dito naman sa bibliography, most especially if yung source mo is galing sa internet, kailangan talaga ng citation or reference to prevent or avoid plagiarism.
Main bibliographic retrieval systems. Medline or PubMed covers 4,700 journals in 40 languages with over 12 million references from 1966 to the present in the field of medicine, nursing, pre-clinical science, healthcare systems, veterinary medicine, and dentistry. So, Medline is a global manufacturer and distributor of essential medical supplies including sterile surgical packs. So, itong Medline na ito, sila yung nagpo-provide ng mga products sa ating mga hospitals na ginagamit sa mga pasyente. Hindi lamang mga pasyente, pati na rin ng mga healthcare professionals, tulad na lamang ng mga surgical gloves, at marami pang iba. The SINA-HL provides comprehensive coverage of the literature in nursing and allied health from 1982 to the present. Uses a controlled vocabulary for effective subject searching. SINA-HL stands for Cumulative Index of Nursing and Allied Health Literature. It is the largest and most in-depth nursing research database. So, itong SINA-HL na ito, nagbibigay ng mga iba't ibang coverage ng literature. Marami rin dito sa ating mga healthcare professionals na ginagamit to upang kunan ng mga impormasyon, mga importanteng impormasyon. Next is the ERIC, or Educational Resources Information Center. Gives nurses a more comprehensive coverage of education than any other bibliographic retrieval system. A controlled vocabulary, more than 10,000 terms, thesaurus of ERIC descriptors, assist with computer searches of this database on the internet through the World Wide Web. So, this ERIC is the online digital library of education research and information. ERIC is sponsored by Institute of Education Science of the United States. So, itong ERIC na ito is the most important information center. It gives the nurses more comprehensive coverage of education than any other bibliographic retrieval system. Kasi dito, nandito na lahat ng mga hinahanap ng mga nurses na magbibigay sa kanila ng effective and accurate informations. So this ERIC partners with publishers and organizations across the world to provide education research to users and also to our healthcare professionals.
Site info, produced by American Psychological Associations, provides access to psychological relevant literature from journals, dissertations, reports, scholarly documents, book chapters with more than 1.9 million references from 1880s to the present. Sa PsycInfo naman, it is a database that provides information about psychological aspects. Social Search, an international multidisciplinary bibliographic retrieval system that covers 1,500. Sa Social Search naman, ito naman yung broad information na most nasasakop yung aspects or area ng science-related database, pero the Social Search doesn't only focus in science-related, but also it is a reference for a data for social circle.
Current Awareness Services provides access to table of contents of journals and allow individuals to request articles of interest. So ito naman, pag nagsisearch kayo sa search bar ng information or ng one word lang, lumalabas yung table of contents of journals ng mga information na kailangan ninyo. Then next, Review Services provides information to searchers about recently published books, journal articles, audio visuals, and software. These reviews include ratings, opinions, or commentaries about the material. So, dito naman, kapag nagsisearch kayo sa search bar or search engine ng word or ng information, is lumalabas yung mga recently published books na pinagkukunan ng information or ng research na kailangan ninyo. Then, nandun din yung mga journal articles and yung mga ratings and opinions is nandoon din. Nandun din yung mga review literature ng journals na kailangan ninyo, yung links, lahat. Or yung commentaries ng journal na yon is nandoon din.
6 steps in planning search strategy. First is plan the search strategy ahead of time. So, syempre, before ka mag-start or mag-conduct ng research mo, kailangan talaga ng plan kung ano ba gusto mo mangyari sa research mo, kung ano ba gusto mo maging outcome nito, at kung ano ba ang goal mo sa research na to. Second is break down the search topic into components. So, break down the topic to be organized para hindi ka malito. And third is check for terms in subject heading list if available. Check mo kung available pa ba para maayos kung may problema if possible. And fourth is select operators, which are words used to connect different or synonymous components of the research. It is a method para mas mapadali yung paghahanap mo ng answer. And then fifth is run the search. Umpisan mo na yung research mo if okay na. And then last is view results. Then view for the possible result of your research.
Practice guidelines and position statements. Extremely useful documents that present information on the scope of practice, qualifications, and education among other important details. So, these practice and guidelines are extremely useful documents kasi dito, nahanap natin yung mga impormasyon na nakakatulong sa atin upang or makagawa ng research, ng journal, or kung ano pa man yung mga kinakailangan ng isang healthcare professionals. This includes present information sa scope ng practice and qualifications. Continuing education and computer-assisted learning, the World Wide Web is a wonderful resource for nurses that can be used to satisfy the requirements first. The sites are easy to access and there is no travel time or great expense involved. So, in this continuing education and computer-assisted learning naman, World Wide Web is a wonderful resource for nurses. Bakit? Kasi, hindi mo na kailangan pumunta pa ng computer shop just to search information. But, smartphones are useful para maka-gain na tayo ng mga information na kakailanganin natin. Just open our Google app, then makikita mo doon yung mga information, just type information na kailangan mo. Then, there is no need to travel anywhere or kung kahit saan man kasi nga ma-access mo yung ma-access mo ng accurate and napakabilis yung information na yon just in one click basta may internet ka lang.
Electronic mail and listservs. An important fundamental computerized resource for collaboration and networking is email, which is at core of almost any electronic communication. Listserv allows individual to subscribe free of charge and to read and respond messages via email. Specialty listservs are very helpful in increasing dialogue between individuals within the same specialty. So, electronic mail and listservs. Listservs facilitates by the servers na nagsasend ng messages through email about the site or website na gusto nila i-access to get source of information, and ito na yung tinuturing na composed message na sinisend ng mga users.
Electronic bulletin boards, forums, news groups, and chat rooms. Examples of supportive computerized resources. Each of these methods of collaboration and networking provides an option for nurses to contact and build relationship with other professionals concerning issues important to them. So, these supportive computerized resources are those helpful and interesting and supply good information, but are not necessarily essential for professional practices. Includes document deliveries, services, electronic publishers, and meta-sites on the World Wide Web. So, ito naman is nakakatulong din naman to sa mga healthcare professionals to collab methods na kailangan ng mga healthcare professionals. And it provides an options for nurses to contact and build a relationship for professionals about the concerning issues and other issues.